Hello and welcome to Dimsy Domain. If you haven't seen our last episode reviewed, make sure to check it out. But we're going to be discussing, dissecting and reviewing Digimon Adventure Tri Confessions. And for today, episode 10. What an episode. I'm joined with Shady of Lightning. We're going to be discussing all of this. What an episode, man. What an episode.
Jeez, man.
So let's talk about the first half. In terms of how strong this movie is turning out to be, this has been the strongest opening first two episodes, the first half of the three Digimon movies so far. Very reminiscent of the first movie in terms of the second episode of the movie is always one of the strongest. Of course, the finale is always the best, but this second episode was something else. So do you want to go through it with us?
Well, first of all, it starts off with TK saying that the partner Digimon won't be infected, but the ironic twist is that literally seconds later, Patamon gets infected.
The way Patamon gets infected, it was very, very jumpy. Look, I don't watch a lot of horror things or horror anime. I don't know what the term is. I was feeling jumpy. I was like, whoa, what the hell? I was taken aback completely.
Yeah, exactly. And Patamon's eyes disappeared.
And then it's just where he was biting TK. This is where I'm going to criticize this episode and this Digimon in general. Why the hell are you not telling the rest? When Tai first had his problems, he never told anyone. When Joe had his problems, he never told anyone. Why isn't TK trusting his peers, trusting the other Digidestins and telling them, look, he's infected. He's infected, of course. Later on, he does tell someone else, but that scene of the way Patamon was just, he wasn't talking, he was incoherent and was biting TK. It was very, very spooky, man.
Yeah, but in fairness to TK, Patamon has went through a lot. He was the first Digimon to die. You know, remember when he in season 1 against Devimon. So it's understandable that TK wants to just protect Patamon just for himself.
How ironic as well that he's the first one as well to be infected.
Exactly.
Usually Patamon's the last one to digivolve, but he's the first one to be infected, and that's like a little, it's very ironic, but it's beautifully written at the same time. One thing, talking about the beauty of the sequences of events, the music, wow, the music and just the scenery in general. If you talk about the scenery, what they do is they linger on shots for an extended period of time, and you'd think, okay, maybe they could do more, but it works so well. Here's the thing, the simplicity of them lingering on these shots really convey and enhance the emotion that's coming across, and that's one thing that this movie so far has been an MVP about.
But the thing is, have you noticed, in the first half of the movie, the butterfly theme song was flute. It was basically a flute, but the second half, there was literally no music.
Alright, so the first half of this episode, the butterfly in like a flute rendition, it was to show, and we spoke about this quite in detail, it kind of was to encourage. This was after Patamon's infection, after we the audience found out that Patamon was infected. The flute was to encourage this false sense of peace, and it really came across. Now, what do you think about the other cast members? I'm talking about our very nice haired fellow Tai.
Let's be real, man. Tai's not doing anything. He's not doing anything.
He's not even being the voice of reason. The voice of reason is Matt. The voice of proactiveness is actually Matt.
Izzy's being really proactive.
But at the same time, he's really stressing himself out. The same problem occurs with Izzy. Why isn't he asking for help? But at the same time, on his defense, how can they help him out on the cyber front?
Exactly.
He's the one who's spearheading the cyber defense in general. And in terms of them planning out under the bridge, it was a good little callback to the first episode of Confessions as well as the second movie, to see them under the bridge. And Mako, why do I say Mako? Mako is so out of place. They're all talking about, let's quickly rewind. Pretty much they're taking the Digimon home due to TK not being able to tell everyone the truth. So he convinced everyone, let's take everyone home, everyone's safe, blah blah blah. And now all of them are discussing to take it home. Mako's feeling, she's feeling really crap, and due to her feeling crap and TK acknowledging and identifying that, he confides in her and he tells her, look.
He basically confessed.
Yeah, he confessed, and he said, look, Patamon is infected. Was she the right person to tell?
Nah, man. Personally, I think he should have just told Matt. In that scene, instead of for comedic relief, which is much needed, I think he should have just told Matt.
I think it worked really well by him lying to Matt. Because if he's gonna lie, you might have to lie all the way. Look, he's already...
to your older brother.
He's already established that he's a liar. So let him lie all the way. But then he told Mei-Mei, Mei-Chan.
Mei-Mei!
Yeah. He told her because she went through a similar ordeal, and he's absolutely crapping himself. As you said, he doesn't want to lose Patamon. And Patamon, okay, let's talk about Patamon. If things get worse...
Finish me off.
And... It's the way he said it as well. He was very happy. There's a lot of shots where we saw TK and Patamon, TK in general, in deep thought. He's conflicted. His mind is tearing himself apart. He doesn't know what to do, and understandably so. What do you reckon on the other infected Digimon? Did you expect that?
Agumon. I'll give you this. You know the trailers? The trailers have perfectly masked the big spoiler in this whole movie. Agumon being infected.
But we don't even know if that's the case. We've only watched the 2 episodes, and that's not really the big spoiler. The big spoiler is what happens at the end. Before we get to what happens at the end, let's talk about when there was interference throughout the city. And we heard a digital voice. The digital voice was given some sort of proclamation, don't you think?
We disagreed on this, but I think this is it's a demonic digital voice.
I thought it was just a generic, when people are trying to mask their voice, it comes across as very digitally altered, so you can't recognize the voice patterns.
But remember, demonic. Who do we know is a Digimon of demons?
Let's pause right there, because before we go there, what happened at the end? The cliffhanger at the end of the second episode. The second episode in general has been, for me, the best episodes for the movies.
I agree.
Purely because it's that backdrop from lightheartedness or serious lightheartedness, or just a slow start to boom, we're going to full gear. But this has been a very different one, and I do want to discuss this later on. But let's talk about the ending. The ending, we saw Kari get a phone call, but her phone is off. Before that, the whole Japan is in hysteria. They're all in a lockdown where people are exiting the city. They're stocking
mass panic everywhere.
They're stocking up sandbags. They're stocking up food.
End of the world. It's basically.
They're absolutely crapping themselves, because the point was this, the world is relying too much on digital, being digital stuff, electrics, phone lines, etc. This is 2005, 2006. I'm not too sure. 2005,
right? 2005, yeah.
So the point is, we're at the digital age. We can't survive with that technology. And this voice said that, listen, we're going to release all the Digimon. What does that mean? But let's talk about the ending itself. Kari, her phone switched off. She's getting a phone call. What's going on? She picks it up, and then
she gets taken over by a voice, maybe a Digimon that we don't even know. Maybe Daemon.
But here's the thing. I want to plug in, guys. I want you to check out our Dark Ocean theory, the theory that we posted out way beforehand, and we've talked about this countless times. I want you to check it out. I want you to pay attention about when we said you can enter the Dark Ocean without the need of a gate.
Yes.
But here's the thing. When her pupils dilated, when it became all dark, and she said, what did she say? Oh, I must do what I'm tasked to do, etc. Wow. That's been a good synopsis. We've discussed our thoughts.
And it's another callback to the first season, when the narration of what's going on in the digital world with Jenai and Piedmon, and when the body took over Kari, is similar to this again.
Yeah, and it just works. So guys, I want you to let me know down below, what did you think about this episode? Let's talk about the episode exclusively. Let's not
spoil. Please don't spoil it.
So I am going to release our next little review soon. I want you to check out our other review for episode 9, as well as a Dark Ocean theory, our Ken theories. We've made a lot of theories, and we're going to make a lot more. So if you enjoyed this episode, enjoyed our review, leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Thank you for watching this video, and care for nothing.
Yeah, you may now exit Dim's domain.